So I just embarrassed myself at my new job today. Good job. Only I can mess things up. But other than being really hard on myself and thinking, wow, what a effing idiot you are, Kayla, I feel pretty great. But yeah. And speaking of embarrassing and messing things up, I have a lot of stories in Korea where I have messed up and I've embarrassed myself. There have been a lot of those kind of moments in Korea. And I'm about to tell you some of them, at least the ones from the top of my head. So, I guess the title of this video will be something along the lines of embarrassing things that I did while in Korea, or how I embarrassed myself in Korea. So, anyway. So for those who don't know, I studied abroad in South Korea last spring, so spring of 2018. And let me tell ya, I experienced some stuff. I'm sorry I keep on doing this, but I don't know what else to do, but... So yeah, the first thing that comes into mind was, I think a couple months after I arrived in Korea, maybe 2, no more than 2. I was at a coffee shop, or I was walking down, I can't even speak. So I was walking down the main street near my university, and I wanted to challenge myself and order coffee at this one coffee shop, because Korea is freaking coffee heaven, you know. And I go in and I ask, I order this strawberry frappuccino thing because it looks good in Korean. And I gave her the money that was, for that drink. And she said, "Opik, opik." And she kept on like doing this, like opik, opik. And for the life of me, I could not understand what she was saying. Like, I stood there like a complete idiot, and I was blank. I was trying to figure out. So my camera just died, my other one, and I apologize. But I really want to make this video, and yeah, so what is happening? And I started to sweat, and I didn't know what to do. But then I looked back on the menu, and I saw that the drink was actually 5,500 won, and I paid about 5,000. And then I gave her an extra 100 or 1,000 for the drink, and then my drink was all made and everything, and I walk out of the cafe only to realize minutes later that I knew what she said. She said opik, and it means 500. She was trying to tell me that I owed her 500 more won. And for some reason, in the heat of the moment, I could not figure it out for the life of me, but my brain is so wonderful sometimes. Thanks. Another story, and honestly, to this day, I still really feel horrible about this. I feel really stupid, and I feel like this should have been common sense, but for some reason, my brain was like, so one day, I was coming back to my dorm with the person that I was dating at the time, and I was gonna go drop off some of my stuff, and then we would just go and hang out or whatever. And mind you, he did not live in this dormitory. He actually lived off campus. And so I thought, oh, maybe he'll just like wait outside or something. And so, I don't know. Like, that kind of was just in my mind, and I kind of just quickly forgot about it for some reason. I know it, maybe I don't sound like I make a lot of sense, but I don't know. This was what I was thinking at the time. And you enter the dorm, and the way that you get in, there's these glass doors, and there's this black kind of pad thing where you scan your ID, and then the doors open. So I scanned my ID, and the doors open, and I walk in, and so does the person that I was dating. And for a moment, I was kind of shocked, but then I was like, oh, he's only gonna be here for a couple minutes. He's only gonna be in the lobby, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. Because I was thinking, well, like, if someone that was a visitor was waiting in my dorm, it's not really a big deal if that person waits there for a few minutes and then just leaves. Like, it's not that big of a deal. That's what I was thinking. So, and okay, so this dorm in particular, I'm gonna go a little bit off topic. I don't know if it's like this all over Korea, but my dorm, so if you, or I don't know how to explain this other than just put an example. So if I were to go onto a boys' floor, because the floors of the dormitory were separated by gender, I will be kicked out of the dorm. And it's really bizarre to me. I don't know why Korean people think that if you take one step onto the opposite gender's floor that it's a bad thing. I don't understand that, but whatever. I'm in a different country. I have to respect the rules. So, but I got my stuff, and then I go back down, and I am about to go out, and I press the ID on the black scanner, and the doors open. I walk out. The person I was dating got stuck in the doors, and the security person up front asked him a series of questions, and later my the person that I was dating told me what they said, because he was Korean, and that's why I say that. But the security person looked at me, and he was like, "Why would you do that?" And he yelled really loud at me, and I stood there completely stunned, and just this dread just washed all over me, and I just felt so stupid, and so like that feeling when you realize that you did something wrong. I mean, I bet everyone knows that feeling, and I just felt so horrible. And basically what the security guy did was basically he asked for my ID and then asked what room I was in, and said that I'll get a penalty, and then that was that. But for a while afterwards, I was really concerned because of the whole gender floor thing. I thought maybe he thought he was in my room or on my floor, which wasn't the case. But I just thought, what if I get kicked out? Like, what if they think like I brought him onto my floor? Like, I don't know. Like, I was thinking a lot of things. I'm like, well, if I get kicked out, what if I do? Like, oh my god, like, oh my god, I didn't mean to be delinquent. Am I a delinquent now? Like, oh my god, like, I felt so horrible. And also, because visitors need to sign in when they come in the dorm, and subconsciously I knew that, but for some reason my brain was not computing, and I mean, this is all common sense, right? So I felt, and I still to this day feel so stupid and horrible about this, and so that's another stupid thing I did. So I hope in some way that story can make you feel better about yourself, because I did some really stupid shit. Yeah, so that's really all I can think of right now. When I think of more embarrassing stuff or other stories, I will upload it to YouTube, and then you can take what you will with it. So yeah, thank you for listening today, and until the next time I make a video, bye bye.